Another year is coming to a close, and a new one awaits us, like an unmarked canvas, ready to be filled with fresh decisions, actions, and reflections. You might be thinking, this must be the time to talk about New Year's resolutions, right? But I'm not here to list the usual goals you're already familiar with. In fact, your resolutions, whether about health, career, or happiness, are likely already clear in your mind. Instead, today, I want to present something different, a profound practice that can not only transform the way you approach the new year, but also shape your entire life. As the great Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This simple but powerful reminder emphasizes that our true power lies not in trying to control the unpredictable world around us, but in mastering ourselves. And I promise you, by engaging with this concept, you'll be on a path toward making 2025 the most meaningful year in your journey of spiritual growth. So, let's begin by exploring a Stoic principle that, when embraced fully, can transform your new year and set the foundation for a life of calm, purpose, and wisdom. That principle is silent protection. Meaning of silent protection. A Stoic path to strength. It is tempting to think of the new year as a time for fresh starts, new resolutions, new ambitions, and new achievements. We all crave that sense of renewal, that feeling of a fresh chapter. But often, amidst the noise of goals and expectations, there's an unspoken power. The quiet strength of silence, the deliberate calmness of self-restraint, and the subtle force of unshakable inner peace. As we step into 2025, I invite you to embrace a profound practice called silent protection, which blends the timeless wisdom of Stoicism with a mindfulness rooted in everyday spirituality. Silent protection isn't merely about protecting others or ourselves from external harm. It is about cultivating a deep, unbreakable inner strength that radiates outward, influencing our interactions and guiding our actions with quiet but profound intent. The foundation of silent protection, the wisdom of Stoic virtues. Silent protection is built upon the foundation of key Stoic virtues, such as wisdom, self-control, and courage. These virtues teach us that true power doesn't lie in reacting impulsively to life's challenges, but in responding with deliberate, measured action that reflects our highest ideals. In Stoicism, we learn that life's external events are beyond our control, but our response to them is something we can always govern. One of the core principles of Stoicism is that we must learn to accept what we cannot change and focus on what we can, our own thoughts, attitudes, and actions. By practicing silent protection, we exercise control over our mental and emotional responses, which allows us to maintain peace in the midst of chaos, strength in the face of adversity, and compassion in a world often filled with strife. The Stoics taught that true strength lies in the ability to maintain equanimity, an inner peace that is unshaken by external circumstances. Marcus Aurelius, for instance, often reminded himself that everything outside of his control is neither good nor bad, it simply is. In the spirit of this wisdom, silent protection asks us to cultivate that same mental discipline, to remain unshaken by external chaos, and to protect our inner peace at all costs. What is silent service? Before we delve deeper into the practice of silent protection, it's essential to understand a key concept within Stoic philosophy that complements it: silent service. Silent service is the act of helping others without expectation of recognition or reward. It is a quiet form of altruism, acting with kindness, compassion, and generosity without seeking applause, validation, or acknowledgement. Consider the story of Epictetus, the famous Stoic philosopher who was born into slavery, but transcended his circumstances through the cultivation of wisdom. One of his most poignant lessons came when he observed a fellow slave struggling under a heavy burden. Without waiting for a plea for help, Epictetus stepped forward. He didn't act out of obligation or duty. He acted because he understood the shared humanity of his situation. He helped lighten the load, not just physically, but also spiritually, by offering the quiet but powerful gesture of assistance. When asked why he helped, Epictetus replied, "We are but fellow travelers. How could I not ease the road for another?" This simple, profound act exemplifies the essence of silent service. It shows that even in moments of profound hardship, small acts of kindness, performed silently, without the need for acknowledgement, can transform lives. In a world that often celebrates loud gestures and public recognition, Stoicism teaches us to find strength in the quiet, humble actions that make the world a better place. By practicing silent service, we not only uplift others, but also cultivate inner strength, humility, and emotional resilience. How to integrate silent protection into your life. Now, as you stand at the threshold of a new year, consider adopting silent protection as a guiding principle for 2025. But how can you integrate this practice into your daily life? How can you protect not only your own peace, but also the peace of those around you through the quiet power of Stoicism? Here are 3 essential steps to begin. 1. Observe without waiting. The first step in practicing silent protection is to observe those around you. Pay attention to the subtle, often unnoticed struggles of the people in your life. Is a colleague stressed about deadlines? Is a friend silently carrying a heavy burden? Often people do not voice their struggles, yet they silently yearn for support. Your task is to notice these struggles without waiting for someone to ask for help. The practice of silent protection means stepping in with kindness and compassion, offering your assistance where it's needed, without fanfare or expectation. Second act, without seeking recognition. Once you've observed, the next step is to act. But remember, this action is not about seeking acknowledgement or recognition. It's not about doing good for the sake of public praise or approval. Instead, it's about helping, because it's the right thing to do. Because, as Epictetus would say, we are all fellow travelers. Whether it's offering a kind word, lending a helping hand, or simply being present for someone in their time of need, these small acts of silent service do not require applause. They reflect the nobility of your intentions, and that's all the recognition you need. 3. Reflect daily. At the end of each day, take a moment to reflect on the acts of silent protection you performed. How did your actions impact those around you? How did they shape your sense of purpose and self-worth? Reflection is a powerful tool for reinforcing the practice of silent protection. It allows you to internalize the positive effects of your kindness and build a deeper connection to the Stoic values that guide your life. By committing to these practices, observation, action, and reflection, you will begin to cultivate an unshakable sense of inner peace. You'll learn how to safeguard your own emotional well-being and help others do the same, all while maintaining the humility and grace that define the true Stoic path. Why you should practice silent protection. But why should you make silent protection a part of your daily routine? What is it about this practice that can truly transform your life in 2025? The answer lies in the essence of Stoicism itself. Life is unpredictable. External events will always challenge us, whether it's a sudden crisis, the actions of others, or the general turbulence of the world. Yet within us lies the ability to control one thing, our own responses. Silent protection offers us the tools to face life's challenges with unshakable composure. Imagine a scenario where you respond to aggression with calmness, impatience with understanding, or negativity with silence. In doing so, you not only protect your own peace, but you also create a ripple effect that can inspire others to find serenity in their own lives. By practicing silent protection, you become a fortress of tranquility in a world that often craves chaos. And as you strengthen your inner peace, you'll find that your actions, though quiet, hold immense power. As you step into the new year, remember that the most meaningful resolutions aren't always the loudest or most ambitious. Sometimes the greatest transformation comes from the quietest acts of wisdom, kindness, and self-restraint. So, as we enter 2025, I encourage you to make silent protection a core part of your spiritual practice and embrace the power of Stoic calmness in every aspect of your life.